I'm Lee at Iridium. Hope everyone's doing all right today. And I've got Dominic McCauley and Jam with me, the dynamic duo. How are you doing?
There we are. Yeah, we're good.
So,
Jam?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Cheers.
So they're back for another torture of all killer, no filler, total frustration. So everyone sort of seems to like this idea as well. And I fucked up a bit on the last one. I forgot to mention the rules at the beginning of the video. So that's what's coming out. So we all killer, no filler, total frustration. What it is, we pick a band that we all like to a certain extent, you know, all their catalogue, we know that to a certain extent. And we try to choose the best songs off the albums, but there's a few twists in that. The first one being you can only choose one song from each album. And the second thing is you have to match up your track listing on your playlist, if you like, to the track listing of the actual album. So your track 2 that you choose has to match and be a track 2 of one of the band's discography. Hoping that makes sense. I'll just get lost. But, you know,
it was actually pretty good on the last one, I think, that when it was actually on the screen, it kind of seemed to make more sense. But
well, more sense than what I just said. Oh, that's all right then. So today we've got AC/DC. Let me just say that AC/DC, for a part of my growing up, were my biggest band. And probably that, thinking back about it, probably would have been when Highway to Hell came out. That was when, was it 79? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
79. So 79 for me, AC/DC and Highway to Hell was just me and my mates. We all had the album. We used to play the whole album with our tennis rackets and our hairbrushes, like head banging for the whole album. And then we would put it back to the beginning again. One of us would be Angus, one of us would be Bon Scott, blah, blah, blah. And
weren't you about 9?
Yes. I've been in.
Wow.
I've got a picture of myself with my dad. I'll try and find it somewhere. I had a Motorhead t-shirt on, and I looked about 7, 8, something like that. I don't know, whenever Motorhead were about at first. Yeah, so been metal all the way for me. So there you go. Good. And I've got the classic logo on today, as you can see.
It's plain and simple, man.
I love that logo. I love the red and the yellow. I love it.
I was surprised on, I watched Saturday's live stream. Very good. Replacement singers, no AC/DC, really?
Well, because wasn't it ones that you prefer or that didn't get enough notice or something?
Yeah, it's more like, preferred ones, if you like, more than, I mean, I do prefer Bon Scott a lot, but I like Brian Johnson as well. Not that I dislike Brian Johnson. I think it was more about the music itself that I went off of from AC/DC. I mean, not like you, Dominic, was talking beforehand about, you know, you've been a fan all the way through. I sort of have, and I don't mind the stuff, but I just think they went downhill for me, starting with For Those About to Rock, and then for quite a while, and got a little bit progressively worse for me. I actually really liked the last album, thought it was really cool. And it sort of made me go back and listen to some other stuff that I might not have listened to because I thought, oh, they're no good anymore. They're a bit boring, you know. I think they sort of seemed to run out of energy more than anything for me. Yeah. The energy wasn't there, the hunger that they seemed to have in the early days.
Did you discover any gems on this journey of yours the last couple of days, or?
Well, I still think that, well, most of my list is Bon Scott, period. I've got every
but there's only what, 5 albums or something?
Well, yeah, in fact, yeah, you're right there, because we're talking about the actual albums and with the international released ones. But of course, the first couple were really good. And like I said, I like the new album, but I really found that they excelled, like many bands back then, on their singles, especially. So, and I think they are some of their strongest songs. They definitely were good. A lot of bands back then, weren't they, of saying their singles were fucking strong. A lot of bands, most bands back then. Yeah. Whereas now it's a bit different now. I find that a lot of bands now, I prefer the deeper cuts than the single.
Well, I guess a single isn't the same thing as a single was for us when we were younger, was it? Because that was the lead thing. Nowadays, bands just release tracks, don't they? And the album's the album. You know what I mean?
You're right, man. There's like the other day I was saying that's enough. Like some band would release like 4 singles before the albums come out. That's enough. Do you know what I mean? Stop releasing the fucking singles, because the lyric video, where they don't have to make much effort now, they don't have to pay to go out and make a video as such. It's a lyric video, isn't it? Then we do another lyric video, and they're releasing like their epic tracks, like their 9-minute tracks, which would never be singles in the past, as a lyric video. And you're like,
yep.
It used to be 1 single, didn't it, as the teaser for the album in the old days. And that's why it used to last so long. And the setting of albums, it used to last a good year or so or more for that band. And they would gain momentum over that year, rather than now. Apparently bands are like, as soon as the album's out, about a month after it's released, that's it.
Yeah.
The sales just end.
I mean, how many albums did you buy just on the strength of the first single, and then find it was absolute shite afterwards?
Well, yeah. If I had to think about it, quite a few probably. But
hundreds, hundreds. Yeah. That's why when people say there's no music to listen to, anymore and all this stuff, I just think that it's some ways easier than ever to discover new music. Because back in the day, even if they're on the radio and on MTV and everything, so you saw one song, but you had to go buy the album and pray that it was halfway decent. Whereas now you can pretty much just find out.
Yeah, the most difficult thing for me now is to find out if I actually like that genre of music. You don't know until you press the play button on the YouTube video. So I'll be like, oh, wonder what that's like. Turn it on and I go, and I go, all right, I don't want to fucking listen to that shit. But that's just
Jam, he's already picking on you, Jam.
Definitely not.
But, I can't remember if this was gone out to people or we just discussed it just off the recording. But a week's pocket money or work money for me to buy an album was a big thing back when I was a child, and it really was. If you didn't like the album, that was all your wages gone. Imagine spending that. I mean, like how much we earn nowadays, but it's going to be hundreds of pounds, isn't it, on one thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think I didn't have that many. I think I got up to about 200 and something albums back then. But for me, being that young, that was a lot, and I'm sure lots of people had more than that. But 200 albums, I think I had in total before I just sold them all.
Yeah.
You just wonder how you did get the money for them, didn't you? Yeah, did you? Because they were quite expensive, weren't they? Think about it back then.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Anyway.
Oh, well, you could have seen my birthday and Christmas list. All it was records. All it was. And my family was always like, don't you have enough records? I'm like, it's never enough.
Exactly.
Never enough.
For sure. Anyway, so our band is AC/DC, and I'm sure we'll find out about how hard or easy it was as we go along these choices. So most of my choices were my first choices. So that was quite cool. And also one other thing to remember when we're doing AC/DC is that the amount of releases that were different in other countries, the early ones. You get an Australian release, and then you get another release, and then you get the international release. So we've had to go the same, I believe. I'm hoping, in case you lot are cheating.
Yeah, no.
Right, okay.
I was almost tempted because for the first two, there's High Voltage, and then TNT was the name of their second album, I think, in Australia. So you could probably do 6 Bond songs really if you cheated, but I didn't.
Yeah, because there's one song that didn't appear on the international releases that I would have loved to have put on this list. But I couldn't do it because it wasn't on an album. I'm sure we know what that is.
Oh, I've got a couple of those as well, but anyway,
so
all will be revealed.
Yes, exactly. So starting from track 1, we've got 10 tracks to talk about, 10 choices. So Jam, do you want to kick it off today, mate?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Go for it.
Cool, mate. Nice. Well, this is my first choice at number 1, and I thought a bit like another band I won't talk about, that I would definitely have this track as number 1 without even think about it. I definitely wanted this one on there, and it's not a great album, I don't think. Lee's already mentioned it. But I'm going to go with For Those About to Rock, We Salute You, from 1981. I think it starts every show. It's a good song. I don't get bored of it. It's absolutely brilliant.
I love that song.
I mean, It defines. Well, I suppose it's not metal. Some people wouldn't say AC/DC metal, but it defines heavy rock, doesn't it? It's a great song for those about to rock.
I remember that, man. I remember listening to the top 40 when I was a kid, when that came out, and listening. It was on there for weeks, and I was like, when you used to press the record button, do you remember, like, trying to start it and stop fucking talking?
And then the tape chews up, and then it all gets mashed, and you have to splice it together with a bit of tape. Kids don't know they're born.
Exactly. But what a fucking, I love that song. It's probably my favourite song off that album, for sure. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just love the way it starts out, and then by the end, it's just mayhem, you know. Once the bombs go off, then it kicks in, and it's great. I never get tired of it either. I have a very you can imagine that I would have an opinion about this. For Those About to Rock is my favorite AC/DC album.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you are weird, so it don't fucking matter. We expected it.
Yep. Every single song I love.
Oh,
I think I love the entire album.
I did have it on vinyl. I'm not sure if I've still got it, but I think the album's actually gold, isn't it? The cover is gold rather than yellow. It is proper gold, I think, if I remember.
Yeah, and it's embossed as well. We were talking last time about embossed covers. Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I think it's took a lot of stick only because of the following Back in Black.
And it was never gonna, you know.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason. I think it's a good album, by the way, but I just think following Back in Black is just was fucking murder, wasn't it? So good choice, though, mate. Excellent choice, that.
Cool.
Okay. We're going to surprise us with him.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So my choice is Rock and Roll Damnation from Powerage. Love that song. I just the hand claps and stuff. I just think it's great. Gets my blood pumping all the time. Love it.
Yep, good song.
It's a brilliant song, and it's brilliant because I fucking chose that one. Come on!
Yes! Me and you, kid, you're in all the way.
Yeah, man, I fucking love it. It's got a real groove to it, and it's real.
It does. It's just got it. Yeah, it's just got a great feel. You know.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Makes me smile, that song. So yeah, that's my first. That was actually, I wanted that another one anyway. There was a few other good ones. Your one jam is fucking excellent. You know, that came into my head to have that one, but we've had to go with Rock and Roll Damnation as well. Oh, Powerage.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Moving on. Number 2. Back to jam.
Just of interest, how many have you got Bon? I know there's obviously only 5-6 albums of Bon. I'm actually more Brian, which I didn't realise.
I think Bon has 5.
Oh, so it's always going to be half, isn't it? But at least, but yeah, I think I've got 6.
5.
Interesting. Cool. Right. Sorry. Number 2. Getting a bit more. This is probably the first AC/DC album I actually owned, and I wanted number 1 off this track, which I'll talk about, I guess, because we've gone past 1, which was Heat Seeker, which was my first ever single from AC/DC. But I've gone with That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll from Blow Up Your Video 1980.
Love that song. Yeah, love it.
It's taste. I think Heat Seeker I would have loved to have on here. That's one of the ones I couldn't have, but yeah, that's a great second choice.
Yeah, I thought you was going to say something else then, but it doesn't matter. I'll get on to my choice then. But I thought you was going to say. That's all right. That's cool. Good one, man. Dominic?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, first of all, we shouldn't have to apologize for any of these choices because this is, I mean, I don't really believe in guilty pleasures, and this is one I went back and forth, and I'm like, you know what? I fucking love it. I don't care. Maybe someone out there will appreciate this. My number 2 is Cover You in Oil from Ball Breaker.
You love a guilty pleasure, mate. I'm telling you.
I don't think you really believe in them either, do you?
No. You fucking like it or you don't. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. And, you know, I thought I could do something that would really improve my reputation. You know, I could pick something else, but I just thought, no, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to be proud. And I love Cover You in Oil. I love it. I just, the pre-chorus of baby. I think it's great. obviously ridiculous lyrics, but hey, it's rock and roll.
Oh, man, we done Kiss last week, so you can't get no more ridiculous lyrics than that, can you? So that's fine.
And you haven't heard my number 5. You haven't heard my number 5 yet.
do either of you know this song?
I don't know.
I would have skipped on it on their thing, but it wouldn't have shot out of me.
Because it was a single, and there is a video.
Yeah, I mean, they were that Ball Breaker, Blow Up Your Videos, and all that. I was right off of them. I was right off of them at that point, right off of them. But I'm not saying I won't go back, to tell you the truth, because someone suggested one of the Stiff Upper Lip songs to me a little while ago, and I really liked it. It actually got took down by copyright. Copyright just destroyed me and just took it. Anything that's AC/DC. It probably fuck our video up for talk. It probably have a t-shirt on it. It probably won't even fucking let us have a t-shirt on it. Anyway, I'm going for one that might be quite obvious, but I think this whole album is fucking excellent anyway. And it's the first one with Brian Johnson. So it's Shoot to Thrill.
Yeah.
Love it. I love the fact, I loved it in even when it was sort of revitalized in the Iron Man film as well. You know, hearing that, it was quite cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've always liked, I think that's such a strong album, that Back in Black. It's like you could have had any song, any track on this, you know. I just think it's great. It's not my favorite AC/DC album, by the way, but it's pretty close. Biggest seller, isn't it? No. It sold the most out of all of them, I think. It was the biggest seller for AC/DC.
I would say Highway to Hell probably your favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highway to Hell is my favorite. Yeah. But there you go.
Memories of the hairbrush and the tennis racket.
Mate, I mean, it was my hairbrush. I had hair then, so I could use my own hairbrush. I ain't got one now, obviously, as you can fucking see. I don't think any of us have got fucking hairbrushes now, have we?
No. Only trimmers. That's about it.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, there's going to be an interesting list because I don't think you can say anything wrong about AC/DC. I mean, I can't.
No.
I mean, you can say that some albums are better, but they're just such a consistent band, and we all love them for being who they are all these years. You know, it's going to be really hard.
You know what the biggest complaint about AC/DC is, isn't it? That everything,
of course.
It all sounds the same. But is there any other band that, there's loads of bands that try to emulate even some songs within their albums with that AC/DC groove, but they never get the groove down, do they? Properly, like AC/DC do.
It's a singular thing, and you know, that's why I didn't have very high expectations for the new album, just because, you know, Malcolm's gone, all the, you know, Brian was gone, and now he's back, and all this kind of stuff. But so it was a nice, pleasant surprise because I really did like it, and I couldn't believe they came up with 12, 14 new tracks that actually sounded fairly fresh. You know,
it did. It was good, really good album. Anyway, track 3. Jam?
Yeah, I mean, just to reiterate that, it's difficult to describe some of their music because they are very, very similar each track, aren't they? So you're not going to be able to go into talk about things like a Dream Theater song where it's got 20 different parts to it that have progressed through it. But yeah, AC/DC is AC/DC. That's what you want at the end of the day, isn't it? Yeah. No reason for that. So anyway, number 3 from 1977's Let There Be Rock. Let There Be Rock. What a song.
Yeah, great song.
Yeah. What can you say?
I mean, this is probably arguably a slightly different one for them. Obviously, you've got the Let There Be Drums, Let There Be Guitar. It's just.
And I think that as well, back in the Bon Scott days, I don't think they were in that mould that the people say they are now, where it all sounds the same. They had different sounding songs back then, whether it be the tempo of the songs. They had a lot more faster songs and then really slow. They mixed it up a bit more, didn't they, in the early days?
I would agree.
Yeah, definitely.
But Let It Be Rock is just, wow. It's just a story of whole, isn't it, really?
One thing I will say about some of them early tracks, on the If You Want Blood, out on the live album, they were fucking even better. The energy that album had was fucking unbelievable. Let There Be Rock especially was amazing, wasn't it? Whole Lot of Rosie was like a million times better. I've never talked about that track, but that was some of the songs they did on that live album were just
It just sounds like the whole stage is on fire.
It does. It fucking does.
There's like amps blowing up and shit, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty special live.
Cover of the album, and it's gone down as one of the best live albums of all time, isn't it? The cover with Angus being stabbed with the guitar, it's just fantastic.
Yeah,
brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And the way it's people moan about it being a blurry picture, I think it adds to the nostalgia of it. Doesn't it? Brilliant.
Chaos.
Like they weren't supposed to capture that moment. It was like kind of like censored, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
Excellent.
I do miss those kind of really pushing the edge album covers. That's something you don't really get anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
yeah,
that whole kind of, the whole period of, Highway to Hell and the Hypnosis art studio who did all the, the Scorpions ones with the gum and the boob and all that, all that stuff. Yeah, I do miss that.
Yeah, I love. Yeah. You're right.
They were part of rock and roll, that was the whole point, was to kind of push the edge of what was acceptable or whatever. But
nothing's fucking acceptable now, is it? Let's face it. You can't say anything now. So.
We don't want to go back to the Scorpions Virgin Killer album cover, do we?
No, definitely not. No, we'll leave that one out. Okay, we're up to your number 3, and we done.
That's right. Okay, another newer one from Rock or Bust, which isn't the latest album, but the album before that, Rock the Blues Away. It was a single as well. I think the 3rd single off the album is a video for that as well. It's kind of one of the last few records. I think it started with Black Ice, with Anything Goes. They have kind of like these kind of good time songs. I don't know how else to really put it. It's like there's no darkness to it. It's very kind of pop and upbeat. Well, obviously upbeat, but kind of bright. And this is one of them. The chorus is just very put the top down and put it up, But that's a standout for me. I really like that one, Rock the Blues Away.
I think my favourite album has been the latest one out of the last few releases. And that's good.
I can't say.
That's a good thing in it after all them fucking years, and they produce an album that's, that good. Definitely. Yeah. But good choice though, mate. Excellent choice. Okay, I'm going for another single though. I'm going for Those About to Rock album, and another single, Let's Get It Up.
Down, 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 down.
I fucking love that song. Yeah, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant song. I think, that could have been on Back in Black. They had that quality there. A real fun song, and just great. A big part of me growing up. Again, I remember having I think my brother had the single or something, but I remember playing it constantly.
Probably about a bit of construction or something, isn't it? I expect something like
What's that, mate?
Probably about a bit of construction or something.
yeah, definitely. That's what it is. For sure. It's excellent.
About erecting a structure.
Definitely about that. They're really deep though, most of their lyrics, aren't they? So there you go. Okay. All right. We're track 4 up, back to jam again.
Right. Okay. So now this is one of the ones I didn't get my favourite song on, but I do really like the song as well, so that's cool. 1978's Power Age, Riff Raff.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Good choice. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's a great riff, isn't it? And you can see Angus just doing it, just playing the riff, putting his hands in the air, in between. Great song. I presume it's on If You Want Blood. I can't think from the top of my head. I wouldn't want to swear on it, but
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is.
What a song. Yeah.
Dominic's in deep thought there. If it is, you can tell.
Sorry,
is it on the live album? It is, isn't it? Riff Raff.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I think it is. It is.
Can't believe they wouldn't play it, but what a great song, Riff Raff. I've been listening to AC/DC this morning when I was waiting to do this just to hear it again, and it's a fucking cracking song. I won't say anything because obviously you haven't had your fours yet, but there was a song I would have had preferred, but Riff Raff is certainly by no means a second choice to a certain extent.
It's a good song, man. Okay,
excellent.
Dom, what you
Okay,
got?
so this one, there's no question, and I missed a lot of number fours because I had to have this song on there. It is "Touch Too Much" from
Oh.
Highway to Hell.
Oh,
That's
fuck,
the
I
one.
love it. Oh.
It's, sorry?
That's the one I wanted to touch.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't not do it. It's just far and away, as you say, Lee. They get a lot of stick for everything sounding the same. This is one of those good examples that you just had about tempos and different flavors. And this is the one. This is the one that just it's just a perfect track. I love it.
It's a brilliant track, man. Probably that one could, transport me back to when I was a kid. Out of probably all of these songs, that song was the one.
Yeah.
Brilliant choice, mate. Brilliant choice. It ain't my choice though, but I would like to have been. But I've gone for the newest album.
Oh yeah.
And my favourite track off that, "Through the Mists of Time."
Through the Mists of Time.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that song.
That's my favorite track off of it as well.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it was Jam saying about, or it might have been you, Dom, saying about a good feeling. They have that's
yes, that's the good feeling song from the new one.
Yeah, definitely. It's got a so catchy for some. When you can't quite point out why it's so catchy, it's got certain bits in it. You think, oh fucking hell, I love that. That straight away, that was my favourite track when I first heard the album, and it still is. It's a great track.
Yeah,
and it's a bit different for them. It sounds different.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly I was talking about on the last three albums. That one for the last album, and then "Rock the Blues Away" is the one I picked from the Rocker Bust, and then Black Ice, the feel good track, is "Anything Goes." I don't know if you know that, but that was like the first of that kind of trilogy that they've done. That's just great.
I love it.
So I'm really glad you picked that.
That's a great track, man. It's an absolutely great track. Okay. So number 5, halfway through the album, what we got?
Yeah.
Why are you smiling? Is this your fucking weird one, is it?
That's not, well, I don't say it's weird, but this is another highbrow one. From Fly in the Wall, Sink the Pink.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Now this is a great song. Obviously, it's obviously about snooker. I would have thought something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Fully support your decision, Jam. Fully support it.
No, it's another. Well, it's a feel good song, isn't it? Again, in a way, it's not a great album, Fly on the Wall. Great album cover. Did like the album cover. But not a great album, but it's for me, it's a standout song I play fairly often if I'm playing AC/DC. So Sink the Pink, obviously, it's probably going back to when I was a child. Obviously, you're sniggering to yourself, aren't you, when you're listening to it? But a bit of fun.
Great choice, though, man. I love that song. I do like that one. Okay, what you got, Dom?
What do I got? I got Problem Child from Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Great song.
Which, of course, it shows up on Let There Be Rock as well. So it's a bit of a cheat, but it's not like I did follow the international versions, and they did put I think one of them has a different outro, like the main riff comes in at the end.
Yeah, it does it again for some reason. It's
dun, dun, dun,
dun. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But another one you just can't deny. Say AC/DC, Problem Child. What the hell are you gonna do? Say no, turn it off.
Turn it up. You're gonna pick it. You're gonna pick it at number 5, just like I fucking did. Come on.
No way.
Yeah, I was a bit. I felt like I was cheating a little bit because I can't actually remember which one has the outro. I think it's the later one. I don't know, but they're both near enough exactly the same. There's not much change in them anyway.
No.
But it's one of my favourite AC/DC tracks. Period. Absolutely love it. Bon Scott snarling, isn't he, on that one? Just absolutely superb.
That's 2 tracks you've grouped up on. I think me and Dom picked 2 or 3 on our last list, but you two have had 2 on this one.
Yeah, 1 and 5. 1 and 5 so far.
Excellent.
Okay. Track 6.
Back to me.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
That's you.
Right, from Highway to Hell, 1979, Shot Down in Flames.
Very good. Very good. It looks like Dominic agrees with that one.
This list is just a piece of piss. It's just like, God, it's just classic after classic after classic. It's just, you can't go wrong with an AC/DC list. You really can't.
No.
I was pleased, even though I missed out two songs I really wanted, which we've talked about Touch Too Much, and actually the next one, so I won't talk about that yet. But yeah, I'm still pleased. I'd play that list. I'd play that. No problem. My list. Yeah. Cool.
Sure. What you got then? What you got, Dom?
Well, this is from the album that I could have picked any track off. So off of For Those About to Rock, I've got Evil Walks, which opens up side 2. I do like this album because it does have those kind of slower paced ones as well. And this is one of those kind of menacing tracks. Just think it's great. Never get tired of it. Love it.
Well, I've got Shot Down in Flames. Come on!
Hey, that's it.
Man, that's a brilliant, absolutely superb song. What a song. Even that bit at the end. Superb. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but there you go.
No.
I mean, he done some weird shit with his voice, didn't he, Bon Scott? You know, when he like got a bit too, he sounded like he got a bit too excited sometimes and his voice turned. Like it done that weird sort of sound, but he was fucking brilliant, man. What a shame.
One of a kind.
Yeah, and the way I actually read about, just to go off subject, I read about how he, how it all happened, how he died and all that. How fucking sad can you get just in a car?
It was in London, wasn't it? Even I think
so. He was just gone out. He was like just loved to drink, didn't he? He loved to get pissed up, and he ended up just fucking sitting in a car, freezing his bollocks off, and died in the car. Just what the fuck? I mean, never. You think how could that happen? That was near enough coming to the height when they of their fame. And he knocked on the door. There was no one in or something. They didn't, and he just laid in the car and died.
Was he another 27 club? I'm not sure how old he was. Was he in the 27 club? I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I don't think so. He's not normally mentioned in that, but
no. I don't know. It's near enough. Sad anyway. No time to go, is it?
Very sad. Very sad. Anyway, okay.
Well, thanks for bringing that all down, Lee.
Right.
Thanks for bringing down the.
Yeah, making everyone a bit depressed, but sorry about that.
Yeah, we were really on a high, man. Shot down in flames, Come on.
Yeah, sorry. Let's get back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to bring up
Not
Scott.
like dying in a car,
When I was growing up, all I heard was that he choked on his own vomit. That's what I thought he'd done for years when I was a kid. But then I read about it, and he didn't. He actually just fell asleep and died.
Yeah. I think he did, but he did. Oh, I don't want to talk
it.
about
No, let's not go into details about it now. But there you go. Anyway, Shot Down in Flames. That's my choice.
That's right.
There you go.
Probably better than choking on somebody else's vomit, I guess. But
yes, that's true. That's true. Number 7, track 7 of our playlist.
Right.
Oh.
Right. So I'm going to say modern. Jesus, it's 30 years ago. 1990s Razor's Edge. Are You Ready? A single, very good single.
Mm-hmm.
I do seem to have a recollection of back in the day when we used to read Kerrang that or something. There was an advert for people to turn up to be in the video, and I'm not sure where it's recorded. I've seen the video recently. I'm not sure. Is it at the Hammersmith Odeon or something? But for people to it was recorded in London, I think, the video, and people were asked if they wanted to go along, and obviously the lucky people got to be in the video in London. But great song, great single. Surprised it's so high up on the track listings, really, considering that's probably after obviously the title track and Money Talks to be that low. But
again, you have to think of sides, and Are You Ready? Open side 2. Yes. So it was a good opener for the second side.
Great song.
Good song, mate. Okay.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Dom, what's your number 7, mate?
Yeah, I got from Let There Be Rock, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be.
Oh.
Just, what can you say? I don't even say. It's just a classic AC/DC riff, and they brought it back with Brian Johnson around Black Ice, I think, or something. It just sounded so great. They hadn't performed it for years. Which was just great.
No, I love the song. Yeah, great song.
Well, guess what my number 7 is?
No.
Yeah, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be from Let There Be Rock. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into it. That's good. So try to talk about how great this song is.
It just sums up the Bon Scott
Yeah.
period, doesn't it? It's raw. It's more raw. They were a lot more raw back then. Obviously, the production for me later on is another thing that made them sound the same all the way through. It made them even more like they sound like hasty because of the production. But I think back then there was a lot more raw, weren't they? A lot more energy. I love Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be. It's like one of their best songs, without a doubt. That's what I said. The singles, man, but they strong. The singles were just so fucking strong. Great song. Anyway, I can't say a lot about it. It's just brilliant. You said it anyway. So
I know that's the thing. It's like, I'm trying to think of superlatives for all these classic songs, and you just can't. You either know that they're classics or you don't.
All I can say is that I think what makes this is the simplicity of that, the drums and the bass all the way through these albums. That makes these songs. Like I said earlier on, there's no other bands that can emulate it. And it's like sounds so simple, but they do it. They're totally in the groove, aren't they? The bass guitar and the drums just make these songs.
Well, especially in metal and stuff, people always talk about the guitar or the guitar solo or the singer, but a rhythm section is the most important thing for a band. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess the what it's talking about is people think we're all devil worshippers, aren't we, listening to this sort of music? And you know what? If they play this sort of music in hell, then tell you what, it ain't a bad place to be. That's what I get from.
Excellent.
I mean?
Definitely. Yeah.
Anyway,
not a good thing to talk about just after Easter, but there you go.
Oh boy.
All right, anyway, there you go.
We don't want Lee to lose any subscribers.
I'm sure we've got some AC/DC Christians out there. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. Highway to Hell. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, definitely. Okay. All right. Who's next? I've lost track now. It's you, isn't it?
Jam.
Oh, it's you. It's you, Jam. Yeah, number 8.
Oh, you had the same song, didn't you? Again.
Again. Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm not sure anybody will have this one, but here we go. Number 8 from Flick of the Switch, 1983. Bedlam in Belgium.
That's not a bad track. Yeah, I remember that being one that I liked. Yeah,
great track. It's not a good album again from recollection, but it's probably one I found actually recently. They play I listen to Planet Rock most of the time when I'm working from home, and this seems to come on. I don't know why they picked this one, but they play this quite a lot. So it's one I've picked up. Certainly not since '83, but I love it. Bedlam, it's a simple song. There's not much to say about AC/DC song, is there? Sometimes, and it's just a great song. Bedlam in Belgium, sing along, chant. You can imagine playing it live. I don't know if they ever do, but fantastic
choice.
What rock station did you mention?
Planet Rock, UK.
Planet Rock. Wow. All right. So they play like huge album cuts like that as well. Because that wasn't a single.
Good station, man. I don't listen to the radio a lot, but if I do, it's Planet Rock. So
it's a mix of all stuff, isn't it? It's got 60s, 70s stuff up to. Obviously, don't play any Cookie Monster vocals or anything like that, but it's up to as heavy as probably Iron Maiden.
Yeah. I mean, I knew they played all the classic stuff. I just didn't know that they would go back and play Bedlam in Belgium from Flick of the Switch. I mean, that's pretty deep as you can get.
Yeah.
Cool. That's excellent. All right. So what do I got? Number 8, in the long line of AC/DC songs about balls. This is Got You by the Balls off of The Razor's Edge.
They like their balls, don't they?
They do, man. They do. Big balls and ball breakers and all sorts of balls. But yeah, no, I especially like that. That's again another kind of slower. Hey, Mr. Businessman. It's got a nice groove to it. It's a good one.
I'm just watching the dog lick my cat's ass at the moment. I'll tell you what, it's good you mentioned balls because they're going. They are going, mate. Anyway, Okay, so get off him. Get off him. I'm going to have anyone want a cat dog? Because we're going to get one soon.
Oh yeah, you're going to get a, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a bald, half bald dog cat thing. Anyway.
Well, yeah, because that cat doesn't have any
No fur.
Get through. No.
Yeah, so it's easy to get. It's easy to get to for the dog because no.
Yeah,
fur.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Easy access. Yeah.
Anyway.
So got you by the balls.
Good one,
That's
mate.
mine. Yeah.
Ain't as good as Jam's choice because that's the one I've got. Bedlam in Belgium.
No way. Oh,
Yep.
I didn't expect that.
Okay, now that's the strangest thing.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It does stick. To tell you the truth, it does stick out on that album. I like the was it Nervous Shakedown on that album, wasn't it? I love that song, but apart from that, I think Bedlam in Belgium was the other standout track for me.
Cool.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a
Nearly
bit flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Okay, we're nearly there. Track number 9, second to last track. What you got, Jam?
I suspect we might all have the same song, just because I don't think anybody's mentioned this album so far, but you can't have AC/DC without talking about High Voltage. 1976. Title track from, obviously, the international version. Obviously, it was its own different version, Australian release. But yeah, High Voltage rock and roll. That's what AC/DC are. It's their signature song. I presume they've played it every time live since they've ever played. But great song. There's a lot of good songs on that first album, actually.
Absolutely.
So yeah, could have been anything off here pretty much. Long Way to the Top I would have liked to have. Sorry if that's number 10. I don't think it is it now. But yeah, Long Way to the Top would have been a great song to have. I think there's Jailbreak on there as well on the international version. Not sure.
It might have been. I think it was number 10, yeah. Jailbreak.
I'm sorry if I've spoiled it for anyone. But yeah. High Voltage.
Have you got that one, Don?
Yeah.
So have I. There you go. We've all got High Voltage. There you go.
We've got a hat. I thought it might be.
Well, he called it before he even said it. So
he knew.
Yeah,
he knew. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
It's a great
Just
track.
have to put High Voltage on there.
What a fun party track that is, isn't it? That's a proper party track, that one. Fucking excellent song. Okay, well, it gets a bit more difficult on number 10, I think, because a lot of them first albums, well, some of them didn't have 10 tracks, some had 9 in them early days. So we're at number 10 now. So Jam.
Yeah, I was quite lucky. I had to change it because I would have had a different song from this album, which we can talk about in a minute. But I've had to go Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution from Back in Black because I haven't had it yet. So it's everyone knows the song, don't they? It's not my favourite song.
Mine too.
Oh, there you go. Well, to tell you the truth, it's the one I would have wanted.
I thought it was going to be.
No, because I've already used my Back in Black one. It was. I actually really like that song. It gets a bit of stick because it's like the tempo of it and all that. But I like the AC/DC ones, but they change it up and it's either really slow or it's faster. I think they excel on that sort of stuff. So anyway, my actual number 10 track is Whiskey on the Rocks from Ballbreaker.
Wow, good for you. That's in my honorable mentions.
Yeah. So I mean, I just thought I sort of ended up with 10, my number 10, and I just listened to a load of 10s, to try and get my best one. And that was easily the best one for me at the 10 tracks. Obviously, I would have liked something else, but they were all gone. So that was it. That's the way the game is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, Whiskey on the Rocks, really cool. Love the track.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's a good one. Really good one. So there you go. All right. Honourable mentions. Want to go Jam first then? Do all your honourable mentions?
And every track, or are we doing ones, 2?
Nah, just go through them, mate. All of them first, and then we go to Dom.
There's obviously lots of ones for AC/DC you would have thought, but I think Heatseeker was the one I wanted from Blow Up Your Video, which I couldn't get. Number 2, Shake Your Foundations. Ooh, can't remember the album.
Stick of switch, isn't it?
That's Fly on the Wall.
Fly on the Wall, is it? Oh yeah, IIO, that one, isn't it? That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Got Let There Be Rocking. So Money Talks, I think number 3 from that's from Razor's Edge, isn't it? Money Talks. Leave. Touch Too Much, which we've talked about. I had to change my list because I wanted this in, but I just could not get a list without. Gut is my favourite AC/DC song. Touch Too Much, couldn't get it in. Razor's Edge from Razor's Edge. Number 5, Sin City from Powerade.
Powerade, yeah.
Good song,
Yeah. And Mistress for Christmas. Obviously, it's not Christmas, but I'd still every Christmas on my Christmas playlist. That's
Me too.
Yeah.
Month of December, you hear a lot Mistress for Christmas.
Great song. And who would want a Mistress for Christmas?
All right.
Number 6, Shot Down. Oh, I had Shot Down in Flames, so Back in Black. It's the only one. Number 7.
Back in Black. I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. Back in Black is not anyone's list. How crazy is that?
That's got to be the most song you hear
Yeah.
on the TV sporadically if a program comes on or something like that. That's got to be the most AC/DC song played in a program, surely. I hear that so much. Just telly, it just comes on the telly. You think, what's that? It's just an advert for a program or.
Yeah.
So
I never get tired of it. Tired of it.
Oh, okay. Still like it. Right. 7. Oh, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be. I think that was on one of the list. You Should Be On Night Long, of course.
Shit. Went into the table. Sorry, yeah, it's all right. Get a bit excited. With his ball this time. With his ball.
Do I need to ask?
Nice. Wait, that's what this is about, isn't it? That's why it's, you leave those bits in.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, no, definitely not. Go for it. Yeah.
Sorry, Jack. What was your at?
Laugh at myself. But I don't even know what number we're on. 7.
Something like that. Yeah, 7. You just done 7, I think. I'm not sure.
7, I think. Yeah. You Should Be All Night Long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You should be all night long.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who's not got that? Well, none of us, in fact.
No. Ridiculous.
Two of us did have Bedlam in Belgium, so what's the fucking chance of that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, number 8, Whole Lot of Rosie. I mean, what a song. Once again, nobody obviously managed to squeeze it in. But another brilliant track, number 8, Have a Drink on Me, my favourite track.
Yeah, great track.
That's one I had to miss out. That's the one I put in first off, and I just couldn't get it in. Have a Drink on Me. Yeah, says everything. It says exactly what we're hoping out of lockdown, isn't it? Can't wait to go out and go out with some mates and have a drink on me, mate.
It's worse for me. I could look out the window, look at the fucking pub now. It's there already.
Right, okay.
The sun's shining on it and everything. So there you go.
Well, week today, pub outside. You're right.
Yeah.
Cool. Number 9, I got High Voltage in, didn't I? Jailbreak, I think. So obviously it wasn't a high voltage. It must have been on TNT.
Yeah, it was on one of the because in the States they had to release a Jailbreak EP for all the songs that they did, and that was on there.
Nobody's got anything from Dirty Deeds, have they? I mean, Dirty Deeds done Dirt Cheap.
I did.
Have anything from that album?
We both got Problem Child.
Problem Child.
Even though it's on Let There Be Rock as well.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. And then number 10, I only had Night Prowler. I'm not a massive fan of Night Prowler. Okay, that was the only other one at number 10.
Cool. What you got, Dom?
So for me, it's basically anything off of Back in Black or For Those About to Rock could have been easily in. So, Hell's Bells. No one picked Hell's Bells. As far as our number ones are concerned, there are a lot. I mean, Highway to Hell.
Yeah, I know.
No one picked Highway to Hell. They're most that's like the AC/DC song. Of course, For Those About to Rock, and the song Dirty Deeds as well.
Yeah, great. Oh.
Very happy to have that as well. Number 2, I've got Dog Eat Dog from Let There Be Rock. Yeah. Put the Finger on You, as you say, Shake Your Foundations, and That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll. I didn't put a whole lot on there just because I could have just, put a ton. 4, I had, Through the Mists of Time. Absolutely. And I had Nervous Shakedown. Yep. And Anything Goes. We've talked all about these. And Danger is another one I like off of Fly on the Wall. Don't Talk to Strangers. And Number 5, TNT.
Good
That's
track.
one of my favorites. Oi, oi.
Yeah.
Whole Lot of Rosie at 8. And then the other two honorable mentions aren't really tracks, but I really like Big Gun, which was a single only from, was it Last Action Hero?
Last Action Hero, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really strong track. And one of my very favorite songs, probably in my top 5 AC/DC, is Who Made Who.
Just about to say that if you hadn't. Yeah, no one tried that.
Really great, but the album isn't considered a compilation or a soundtrack.
No, you could have had that. I think that's allowed. As long as it's an original track, I think you could have had that.
Yeah, well, it was the only original track on there. The rest was compilation. But anyway, the last thing I needed, Jam, was another contender for number 1. All right, so I was gonna leave it as an honorable mention and just be happy with it.
Right, okay, as you know, I do mine. These are just the ones I would have liked at number 1. So I got my first choice, Rock and Roll Damnation, anyway, at number 1. Hell's Bells I did think about that. But nah, Rock and Roll Damnation I like better. 2 was Shoot to Thrill, which was my first choice. Right, instead of Let's Get It Up at number 3, I don't think has anyone said Walk All Over You yet?
No.
Why?
No.
Why is that?
I know. It's ridiculous. We're gonna have to do 2 more episodes of just AC/DC.
I mean, if you actually look at that, surely that album, Highway to Hell, had the most variation on it, didn't it? Walk All Over You is just an amazing track. You know,
If You Want Blood, come on, that's a great song.
I ain't got to that yet. Oi, shush. Anyway, number 4, Through the Bits of Time I Had, but I would have rather had Touch Too Much, like all of us, I think. Number 5, A Problem Child. Yeah, I had that. That was fine. Shot Down in Flames was the next one. I wanted that. I wanted Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be, so I did all right. Instead of Bedlam in Belgium, which I liked, I would have had If You Want Blood, You Got It. Amazing song. Number 9 was my choice, High Voltage. And number 10, instead of Whiskey on the Rocks, I would have liked to have Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. That's it. Done.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah. Your mates now can have their comments, mate, on Facebook and let you know you're an idiot or Dom or if you're right.
Did you say Dom?
Dom. Is it Dominic?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but you said if you're an idiot and then you said Dom.
Well, no.
I would be the one being accused.
Taken out of context, that, mate, completely.
Cover you in oil. I know that's not a very popular choice.
No. So, hope you enjoyed yourself, guys. I loved a bit of AC/DC. So it's made me want to listen to AC/DC actually for some reason. Talking about it, there you go.
Especially on a sunny day with a beer in your hand. I mean, that's just the ultimate, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's been snowing where Jam is, but
yeah. Crazy. I was going to say, after listening to the Kiss one, I listened to a couple of them songs you said, and there's a really good. I can't remember which one it was. One of the ones from Who Wants to Be Lonely? Is it from Lick It Up or?
Yeah, Asylum.
Asylum, yeah.
New favourite.
Oh, nice. See,
excellent.
We are good for something.
That's what it's all about, right? Hopefully, you discover new music that you didn't know before. I mean, that's what I like to do with these podcasts that I listen to.
Yeah, cool. I totally agree. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. I'm sure we'll do another program very soon. Anyone who wants to comment below, make sure you stick to the rules though of the all killer, no frustration, all killer, no filler, total frustration. Fuck me.
I think his animals are really taking him off of the game right now.
Mate, I've got fucking dogs running. I've got bald fucking pussies, cats running around. You know.
Yeah, I think you're.
There you go. So there you go.
All right, push out of your misery.
All right, cheers, guys, and I'll see you later.
See you later.
Cheers.